Picture this, it's Winterfest day with your family, everybody's in the same room together, y'all traveled across cities to see each other, and you think it's gonna be a moment you're gonna remember for life because it's just gonna be great vibes and amazingness, but it turns out it's gonna be a little messier than what you attended. Hi, my name is Sasha and this is the Growing Together Let's Play. Let's get into the tea because everything is crazy. Comment of the day goes to Gia XOXO2405. That's my girl, Gia. Thank you so much for the yellow hearts and the bumblebee emojis for Malak. So Gia says, first of all, Malak is super adorable. The episode was so good. I can already tell that Lorelai needs to go. That ending, oh my god, I was like, what? So freaking great, Sasha. Thank you so much, Gia. I absolutely adore you so much. Y'all need to check out my girl's series LYFC on her channel. I will link you the LYFC playlist and Gia's channel below. Thank you so much. And of course, if you want to see your comment up here, please comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Let's start the episode right now. Enjoy! Y'all, it is Wednesday. I just want to show y'all the calendar that the event happened on Friday. So we are going back to time on Thursday. It's going to be majority of the storyline, but I put the camera on right now because I felt like I had to update y'all. Angela is sick. So I can't believe she was kind of not even feeling her best on Friday. I mean, I would say she probably felt better, but you know what I'm saying. So, oh no, she's probably like, mom's doing funny stuff. Y'all, so I wanted to actually update y'all on with Malak because Malak's been exploring food. So I just want to update y'all on her journey, on what she likes and dislikes because it is a part of the Growing Together gameplay. So, and I know it's base game I built too, but like, I'm thinking there might be more options. I don't really know the difference between the base game update and the Growing Together update, but I do still want to talk to y'all about this food that Malak's been enjoying. So she likes yogurt, she likes hummus, she likes oatmeal cereal, she likes sweet potato puree, she loves ice cream. She was unsure about it at first, and I gave it to her a couple of times because if you remember, like, last episode was a span of 2 weeks, so I was like, I feel like Angela was kind of like, you know, she was given the go-ahead to give her mushy food, so she's been experimenting to see what Malak likes. So Malak loves rice porridge, she loves pumpkin puree, and I thought that was so cute, you know, because I think her first food was when her grandma made her mashed sweet potato puree, which I know y'all missed out, but it was on her Harvest Fest. So now she dislikes smashed lemons, and I don't know if there was another thing she disliked, but since it's the holidays, right, I want to do something holiday-ish flavors, right, because it's like Winterfest is around the corner. She's having a mashed carrot cake type of flavor, but it will be Malak's first time exploring the carrot flavor, so let's go for that. Actually, it is 10:30. She did take a nap, and so Angela's gonna be up a little longer today. She might sleep at like 1 or 2 a.m. and yeah, y'all, if you're wondering, it is late. Like, literally, look outside, it's like pretty late. Yeah, so let's go ahead and have Malak enjoy her food. Carrot. Here's the airplane. Oh, yeah, my volume is a little loud for the gameplay, so I'm just gonna put my volume down a little bit. Malak's unsure, so it is her first time. Look at her, just like she's like, okay. So yeah, they updated me on her thoughts. Oh, she's grabbing the spoon. I love when she grabs the spoon. Oh my god. Yeah, I know she loves carnival music. Of course she does. She literally was blasting it autonomously in Tartosa. Who remembers that? Tell me in the comments if you remember it, because that was a moment. Ah! Sorry. Who the F is this? Sir! I don't even know who you are! Get the F out of this house. Oh, please tell me y'all I have an option called get the F out of this house, because who is this? Holy y'all, okay, I'm just gonna press just go away, but like, I do feel like that's so weird. She's a single young lady with her daughter. She's feeding her dinner. She's sick. Like, I swear to God, I did not call this man. Y'all know there's a glitch in this game where random sims stop by. Get the hell out of this house. And you know who I think this is? Ah! Sorry, I'm so sorry. Holy shit, okay, I was literally gonna say that they're married. It's her teammate. But I never invited Miss Bautista to stop by. And I think that's Miss Bautista's husband. I'm not entirely sure though. Let me go check. Oh no, they're not together. I mean, like, they're not married. I think they're like in a long-term relationship. I'm so sorry for screaming all like that. I swear to God, they scared me. It was like a horror. It was like a horror movie. I was so shook. I'm so sorry. This is a small house. MC cheats. You need to leave. Weirdo. I don't know you like that. Like, you came to my painting class and you think you could come into my house with your man? And Angela's paranoid self, like, she's not even thinking. Because that's how you know, she would get a scared moodless. She's not getting nothing. Her daughter's talking to her. She's just like, oh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to get Angela some medication, but I really need. Oh. Okay, now she's talking. I was worried. I thought she was kind of starting to get delusional, where it's like she's understanding what Malak says because she's sick, you know. Oh, I love this area. Oh, I need to have Angela sit here. Why do I remember her brother more sitting here than her? I finally did Angela's painting room. So yeah, I added some of this stuff here, and I used a couple of like custom content, like kind of like kits or something. Whatever you want to call it, a set. This is in game, but yeah. And then y'all remember this painting? The first time she ever got to re-explore painting, and I thought that was such a symbolic moment for the series. And she drew that sad painting in Sulani. Yeah, so I decided to go and have that. So here's another painting here. I don't think she drew that. She just bought it because she gravitated towards it. It reminds her of her old self too. And then y'all remember the Studio Ghibli's, the animes and stuff like that. I feel like Angela grew up on watching it for sure. So yeah. But yeah, overall, a couple of stuff. I think some of them was by the CC creator SYB and another CC creator, maybe Aira, and maybe someone else. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the names that I remember so far. So yeah. Ma'am, what are you doing? Oh, she wants to paint. Girl, don't paint right now. I know you're inspired though. She was looking at her room and it really inspired her. That's the truth. And I understand it's really bringing her a lot. And I don't know if I told y'all, but the reason why she's able to have this room like this was that Norman sent her some money extra for her and Malak, and she was able to use whatever she had in the house too as like a cushion money. And she was like, you know what, like, I've been putting off building and adding stuff to this room because it was just a bunch of boxes, if you remember. So yeah. All right, sweet dreams, Malak, honey. Are you tired? Oh, she is tired. Oh, thank God. Okay, so she's gonna sleep. Wow, let's figure out. Wow, this is really good, Angela. Where's she at with the painting skill anyway? Oh, she mastered it. Help. She's so good at this. Angela, you did that. Oh, she's feeling so creative. I didn't even get to tell y'all, she's having a hard time with her career. So her work performance is doing better now, but it was actually like around here. But I've been trying my best. But there was just days where Angela was working at home and she just didn't want to do her work. She had no incentive to do it. And I could tell she was just unhappy being an art critic. And I actually want to show y'all her art critic clothes for work, just in case y'all are curious, because it's really cute. And I did talk about it on my community tab on YouTube, which I love to update y'all over there on just gameplay and stuff like that. But yeah, this is her art critic clothes. Wow, a masterpiece. I mean, she always dreamed of having something up at a gallery she walked in, I'm gonna buy her medicine, and then I'm gonna also have her take the medicine. I know she has quite a bit of stuff to do before she goes to sleep. It's 2:48 a.m. Listen, and she gonna sleep with that mask. So look, she's healing herself. Oh, hey baby. Oh, you're sad? Oh, mama's gonna take care of you in the morning. I'm so sorry, my baby. So Angela does have some herbs, so let's have her sell this stuff. Looks all good. Great. She does want to play chess before Malak wakes up, so Malak's needs aren't going that down yet. So we're gonna have her go ahead and she wants to challenge her mind, and she does love games. I mean, she literally has all this stuff for her. I'm assuming she's really into getting that focused mood lit, but I'm happy that she feels hydrated. And yes, thank God she didn't get no reactions from wearing a face mask. Wow, missing out on dreams. So she is worried about having unfulfilled dreams. Okay. Wait. Let's have you just change here. And her family's coming over, so I think she would wear this cute blue outfit. And then let's go ahead and wake up Malak. Good morning, Malak. Oh, hi, baby girl. Oh, I know she's did a little stinky poo-poo diaper. We gonna clean that up. Good morning, Malak. Wait, I thought I paid my bill. Oh yeah, because my game glitched like crazy. Your package arrived early. Oh yeah, so she sold something that was given to her as a gift from like a long time ago. And she just felt guilty throwing it away because it did bring her a lot of happiness, but like she had no space for it in her life right now. So she did put it up, and it seems like this person enjoyed it. It says, "This is everything I wanted and more. Thank you." She's not a plopsy hustler, so please don't think that. It was just a one-time thing. And I feel like she might be realistically doing that for stuff in general. Oh, this needs some cleaning up. It's... Oh, and the holiday. Oh, by the way, let's talk about it. So today is Winterfest Eve. So Angela has to bake, decorate. She has to have the festive spirit, cleaning, and invite guests. So she has quite a bit of stuff to do today. All right, so Angela's cleaning up this area just quickly before her guests come over. Oh, no. Oh, no. After I cleaned her up, she wants to play in the trash. How are you going to put your hands in the trash? Malak. We're washing Malak's hands because no, she's not. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and have Malak play with some toys. Oh, she is hungry. Girl, why did I forget that? Alright, so Angela is gonna give her some bottled milk. Yibs. So cute. Oh, she has a sentiment with her mommy. Help, that's the cutest. Okay, so put her down here so she can play with toys now. And then she needs to call Uni and actually give attention to Uni too. Like literally time is not on Angela's side. Last night we didn't play a lot together. Here's a treat. You, who's a good girl? Oh, I love you, Uni. I'm so sorry I can't walk you this morning. I know. I'm a little out of my routine. I was sick, okay? Alright, so she did pay her bills. She has 12,000 simoleons left. Ooh, we gotta work. Oh my god, Uni has not eaten her food. Is she okay? When does her food ever expire like that? That is so scary. I definitely want to go ahead and have her fill and call Uni to eat just because I don't want Uni to not eat food. Y'all, she is still not feeling good. Look at this moodlet. Stuffed up. Like, help. Okay, she wants to help Malak. What's going on with Malak? Honey, are you okay? Oh, she is feeling sad. Rest time. Is anyone there from crying and fussing? Were you crying and fussing? Not me being neglectful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, she's hiccuping. Oh, I don't know if you know, but that's actually one of her quirks. She has 4 quirks. I cheated one. Don't judge me. Okay, but she loves wake up time, loves sound, a little babbler, and frequent hiccups. The baking is still going on. I wish there was a way that she could just step away for 2 seconds. But then there's times. Oh, they're finally. All right. Okay, now you could go ahead quickly and... No, pick her up. Don't sleep on the floor. Don't sleep on the floor. I'm going to put you on, right in here to sleep. All right. Take your nap here, honey. I'm so sorry. You're taking a late nap today. I know. Again, it's holiday. It tends to happen. Try to go night-night, honey. I know. Mom's standing right in front of you. You don't have to cry, okay? Oh, Lord. Auntie Britt, Rosalie, Cicely, yeah, Nico. So, yeah, them 4 are going to be here. Duncan will be joining them in a bit. Are you ready for this to start this now? Yes, I do. Yes, I want to start it. So they should be here. Oh my god, they're all here with their luggages. Oh, excuse me. This is the cutest thing I've witnessed. Help. They all have their own luggages. Oh. They're all here. All right, y'all. So I have the couple's luggages here. And then I'm going to have Rosalie and Cicely's ones. So I'm going to assume blue is for Rosalie. And I'm going to put Rosalie's one right here. And I'm going to put Cicely's one here. I think I mixed up everybody's one. But look, let's just act, okay? Okay, oh my god. Is it me or the floor is dusty? Okay, Angela, you need to sneak up here. Just tell them 1 second. And vacuum! Y'all, quick! I am so humiliated. Not my guests seeing a dusty home. They're not seeing... No! Sorry. Nico says, Angela, I'd love if we could have a talk. And I guess his heart was walking towards here. So I was like, why don't they just talk while playing chess? And, he says, I see how much of a positive, influence you have on my son's life. You're such a good sim. And, he's been more active, going out and about, even that trip to Brindleton Bay. I know how much you've helped him. I really appreciate you, and I just wanted to say it in person. I do keep you in my prayers. I love you, Angela. Like, I know you're my niece already, but I'm so happy to have crossed paths with Brittany, to even meet you to help my son, because my son, he's been indoors, he doesn't leave, he doesn't go anywhere. And now, ever since, he's been going to, of course, the therapy, which I even thanked his therapist. And Angela's like, I don't want to take credit. Yes, thank the therapist. Like, she's kind of like she's socially awkward. And he says, it's okay if you also get some compliments. You're doing amazing. I see how you've grown. Let's go ahead though and have them go downstairs so that Angela could really say hi to everyone, because everyone was just standing there awkwardly. And Auntie and her are like, how you doing? Angela's like, oh my god, life in Santa Cruz has been crazy, but my baby daddy knocked on my door, la da da da, and they're like, whoa, So, she and Nico were talking upstairs, but she's just gonna act like her and Nico just saw each other right now, that he probably helped her with her luggages, wink wink, but he did probably play with her chest for a good 7 minutes before maybe everybody was like, hey, where are you, Angela? We didn't even say hi properly, like something like that, okay? So I do want to say that cousin Cicely does dye her hair black moments before the party. I actually forgot to do her dark hair. I really did. And we're just going to act like she went to a salon moments before the party. And yeah, let's just go with that, okay? But yeah, this is cousin Rosalie, cousin Cicely's big sister. Oh my god, they're catching up. They were besties when they were kids. So, and even when they do catch up, there's time never goes, even if it's 10 years, they have such a unique bond. Oh my god, it reminds me of this one relative I have where I talk to her and it's it doesn't matter if I didn't talk to her in 2 months, 2 years, it's always a key, Rosalie says, girl, I know you're talking about San Myshuno, and I'm gonna come to that trip. And Angela says, yeah, you could come through, but the last time you and me were San Myshuno together, it wasn't necessarily the best. She's like, what happened? She's like, what happened, girl? Stop. And we're gonna get into that tea next episode. Oh, you still remember me, Malak? Oh my god, look how happy she is. Malak's probably like, where have you been? Look what I caught the sisters doing. Oh my god, they are so freaking cute. This is, just them having their own time together. I mean, I love this. They don't live together, and they haven't lived together for a very long time, so they cherish these moments they have together. And I think that's so important with family, especially when you don't live together. Sweet dreams, Malak. Oh, you're such a good girl. You were behaving today. Oh, she already fell asleep. So Nico said that Duncan is on his way. He's a little late because he wanted to go give some gifts to his daughter for Winterfest, and here he is. It looks like he might have been doing a little drinking. He did take a plane ride to San Sequoia, so it wasn't like some driving. Hey, Angela. Angela says, hey, haven't talked to you for a minute. Are you good? Duncan says, I'm sorry, things have been hectic in my life. Angela says, I bet our lives have changed a lot. Duncan says, well, how are you holding up? Angela says, I'm good. Sorry you have to be sleeping in the living room. Duncan says, it's okay. Thank you for welcoming me. We have to do something about your place. It needs some Winterfest spirit. Angela says, I know. I guess we're gonna have to go shopping tomorrow. I was kind of just depending on the family event to kind of make me save some money for Winterfest. He says, we going out tomorrow, okay? I got you. I know a store that's probably gonna be opened, and I know I'm a little tired, I'm a little drunk, but yeah, I gotta go to sleep, okay, Angela? Thank you so much. Angela says, you're welcome. Here's everyone asleep. Yes, Cicely is sharing the room with Malak. Here's Rosalie asleep, and Angela is her roommate. Come on, for their childhood, I had to. And here's Duncan asleep in the living room, knocked out cold, might I add. And Uni's sleeping in the living room too. And of course, her aunt and uncle are sleeping in her bed. Let's fast forward to the next day. It's Winterfest Day. Let's go out of town just to get some little items for Angela's home to give us some Winterfest spirit. Because you know what? Maybe he's right. Even though y'all probably won't see it. But let's just say they bought some stuff and had a little, stuff around Angela's home to make it feel like the holiday spirit, even if it's maybe a little too late. But, I think she learned her lesson from this. And Duncan says, okay, you ready for the party? You like everything we got? Cicely's like, oh my God, I'm late for my hair salon appointment. They're like, okay, Cicely, we're going to take you. So, yeah. It looks like things are okay. They're just talking about the other parents they co-parent with, and just how good that it's been, like their situations. It's not as bad as they used to think it, like it's not. They're in a better place is what I'm trying to say. And Nico's even joining in. Oh, what a nice hug. That is so sweet. Hours later, the family is now here at the Hills family residence, and luckily for them, they arrived at the perfect time, as they're all so excited to decorate the tree at the foyer of the Hills household. So I just love this for them, because not only were they kind of a little argumentative, judgmental of the decoration choices, they wanted to honor at least the colors green and gold and some red, of course. So I love that, and they did such an amazing job with this tree.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe, and I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay.
Now the part we're all waiting for, the current timeline. The timeline where it was the previous episode's cliffhanger, when David stormed in and accused Brittany of cheating and that Rosalie isn't their daughter. Oh, how dare you, David? Brittany says, how dare you lie on our baby like this in front of my family? David says, I'm sick, Brittany. And she tried to see if she's a match, and I find out she's not even related to me. I didn't even ask Cicely because I felt she was just so young. If you didn't notice, the Sims all went into the living room together. The ones who weren't really involved in that conversation, they were shocked. They didn't expect this at all. They did not expect hearing this. Like, what do you even say in that moment? You just have to be silent and listen in what they're saying. David asks, have you cheated on me in the past, Brittany, while we were together? For once, I know I did. I was honest about being a cheater. I never pinned a baby on you. There was one time, a long time ago. David says, I knew it. You weren't innocent. Brittany says, I didn't know she wasn't yours. I'm finding out for the first time too, David. I'm so sorry, Rosalie. This breaks my heart. Rosalie runs away in a panic. I have to go. Daniela says, I'm coming with you. Angela says, me too. Cicely says, I'm going. Bryson, Charlie, and Duncan, yeah. So they all left, and Lorelai was talking to her brother and her sister-in-law, and she said this was way better than last year when Mom showed up drunk and mad, right, Lucas? Ooh, we are out of the family gossip rotation. Brittany's sister Addison in the background was saying, "Can you guys sit down? Can we sit down and talk about this slowly?" So their mother stood up before the guests and told them, "I'm so sorry, we're going to be having a serious family discussion and I apologize for cutting this event short. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever time you were here and may we all come back together in a better circumstance." We're back at Angela's home right now. Oh my god. They were able to tell Rosalie, "Let's go back home." Like, she wanted to almost like go to the airport or leave. Like, she was just freaking out, you know? And they were like, "No, you can't leave. This is not the right space to leave," you know? So they ended up going back home together, and they're just sitting outside, the three of them, Duncan, Cicely, and Daniela, as, you know, Angela sit right beside her cousin who's been crying her eyes out for the past hour. It's been 2 hours and she's been crying like this, and Angela's been reassuring her from across the bed, "Whenever you're ready, Rosalie, you can talk, no pressure, we're here for you at the end of the day." And Rosalie tells Angela how she feels in the moment, how scared she is. Angela says, "I'm so sorry, sis, I love you and this won't change nothing between us." Rosalie says, "You don't understand. What's the point of being a daddy's girl if my dad hates me?" Angela says, "He was more mad at not knowing. He loves you so much." Rosalie says, "Just when my mom and I started to reconnect." Angela says, "Did you guys ever talk about her relationship with your dad? It was really toxic. Your dad continuously cheated on your mom and he was never faithful to her, and she kept going back to him until she left after Cicely was a toddler, when he slept with Cicely's preschool teacher. You can understand why she chose Tartosa and being a gardener and freelance baker. You know, she went through a lot. She left San Sequoia to Evergreen Harbor to Tartosa." Ask Cicely, she knows. Rosalie wondered to herself, if any of this is true, how come she doesn't know? Cicely and Daniela came into the room. Cicely says, "Sorry, you know, I could overhear your conversation, by the way, because, you know, the walls were kind of thin. But Mom did tell me when she got remarried what happened between her and Dad. She told me never to repeat what she did in the past, and that if I see any sign of weirdness in a relationship, to leave, just like Angela's mother did, because Auntie Addison knew her worth." Daniela said, "See, babes, we're all here no matter what. There's no shame. Plus, you get to have 2 fathers potentially." Rosalie says, "I just want my dad only." It was an emotional night for everyone, and no one went to sleep that night. They were just talking, and it felt like a sleepover, but like the worst sleepover to have, of course. Over at the Hills residence, Brittany says, "Yes, I did cheat on you around the time I got pregnant, but that was when I found out you cheated on me for the 3rd time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But this time I wanted revenge. I contacted your lover's husband and we had revenge intimacy. I got pregnant and I assumed it was yours. It was just 2 times and Rosalie looks just like my mom." My dear, did it not occur to you that there was a chance that this baby would not be David's child? Not even an inkling? Addison says, "I can attest, Brittany has never doubted you as a father. When you guys broke up, she visited me and stayed with me for a week before moving away to Tartosa. We had a lot of personal chat. This must have been something that she never thought twice of." Nico adds, "I knew of the affair before we got married. She told me everything, and I know she was a different woman then, and what drove her to do that." Brittany asks, "Do you want a paternity test for Cicely?" David says, "No. Cicely has my eye color and my blood type. I don't doubt Cicely is not my daughter." Brittany says, "I apologize, David, for being negligent with this." Brittany, baby girl, do you know the father's contact information by any chance? Brittany says, "I know where he lives only, but he's still with his wife, and last I heard through the grapevine, they had a child together." David asks, "Can we visit them tomorrow? They need to know the truth." Brittany asks, "What's the point? You're Rosalie's dad." David says, "I know, but this poor man needs to know." Angela's father, who's been intently listening to this conversation, has chimed in for the first time. Can I admit that I thought this was some sort of switched at birth thing from the beginning and not some affair confession from almost 3 decades ago? And everyone laughs. Hey y'all, we are back in the gameplay, and so it is 10 a.m. the next day. So what you missed was breakfast time. Angela and the girls and Duncan were just all making a big batch of breakfast. Of course, Rosalie did not want to be involved, and Cicely, they were telling her she didn't have to, but then Cicely wanted to join them, so they ended up having breakfast together. So they had leftovers, and basically Rosalie was like, let me just take it over to the other house, and Duncan went with Rosalie to check on his father, as he should. And Byron and what's her name, Byron and Charlie, aka I don't know if you know, but Charlie's name is Charla or Charla, whatever you want to say, but I call her Charla, and it's because I named her Angela, Daniela, Charla. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's like, they all have a lot for the girls, and then it was just Byron, like random, okay? But I don't even know if you know, but their names are ABCD, fun fact. Anyway, I don't want to get too much talkative, but they're about to do a power walk, and when the kids went there, they were like, grandparents were like, oh my god, we want to do a power walk, we love power walks. And they were like, the maternal grandparents are here and the paternal grandparents, so Daniela was like, wait, let me join y'all in this. And Cicely was like, yeah, let me do this too. Like, she actually ended up going with the grandparents. They drove her there. Oh. Look at the gang! I am gagging. Wait, let me take a photo. Y'all, 1 second. But I could tell Angela wanted to make sure her daughter is protected. Come on, group. Come on, group. Look at the grandparents. If you don't know, these two are the maternal. Let me just repeat again. This is the maternal grandparents. This is the paternal grandparents. This is Angela's big sister. And this is Angela's first cousin from her mother's side. Angela's father's side cousins are children, if you remember. I love this. They're just taking a pack together. Y'all, look at Angela. Is she advertising? Oh, is she back to her social media era? Look at Melak posing with her. I'm so done. Oh my god, Angela has work in a bit. She's gonna work from home today because she does have guests, and the whole family thing. Like, Rosalie wanted to go partying with Angela, and y'all already know they talked about partying in San Myshuno. She does want to go there with her. Help! Why are my Sims misbehaving? She's thinking about Dusel Valley. Maybe like they're talking about like, I would love to move there, and she's probably like, girl, come to San Myshuno instead, I love them.
Shanoy.
Oh my god. Yes. I love the animation for that water bottle. Oh, she's glitching. Honey, go to sleep if you're tired. Oh, she is tired. Oh, they're done. Oh, Grandpa is tired. Okay. It looks like grandparents are not going to the place. Okay, so cool. I think it's just going to be Angela, her big sister, Cicely, and her younger siblings that are going to be going to the arcade together. And I can't wait to show y'all. It's a cool build by my friend on Twitter, and I will show y'all the location. So Angela's going out with her siblings, Cicely, and her cousin Shannon. So they are here. This lot is called the Grand Prix. So this simmer is so talented, and I'm going to link their socials below. And basically the simmer added some CC from Warronk and Sepsid, and when I saw this build, I was like, oh, I want this in my game like right now. So here it is. They're about to go inside, and here's outside of the lot. Tell me why.
My mistake giving you love galore. Hope you find someone that can really adore you. Don't worry, I ain't keeping grudges, cause I'm doing better, life cannot be more golden. But honestly, I won't lie, sometimes I ask why I can't get you out my head. Now hard to forget that I
don't really need to cut you off. You're always trying to lead me on. You're making all these promises, and you'd always quit. You're just another hypocrite. No, I'm can't, she got no go ahead. Now you thought that I would always stay.
So what's Rosalie's day like? She's meeting the family with her mom. So Brittany says, you guys, let's prepare ourselves. You know, they are not expecting us to knock on their door. We don't know, what might happen. They may reject us. And I just want everybody to be mentally prepared in case anything happens. So Brittany knocks on the door and she's waiting for a response. She knocks the door again. And let's see what's going on in the house. Seems like the couple is in the house and they don't know what's outside. And, she's like, hey, did you hear a door knock? He's like, yeah, I'll go check on the door. So he steps outside and he instantly recognized her. Brittany Malloy. What are you doing here? Actually, it's not a good time. Brittany says, you are the biological father of my daughter. Our daughter? Zorayan shocked. That's not possible. No way, please come in. Zorayan says, I knew you were pregnant before you moved away to Evergreen Harbor. I just didn't know it could have been mine because we used woohoo protection methods. David says, sounds like more than once or twice to me. Rosalie is vomiting internally, like she wished she could just orbit somewhere else. Brittany says, we can't focus on the past. I just want to confirm, after you were pregnant, you moved away directly, right? And Brittany says, yeah, David felt like he wanted to cheat on me on a different, city. That's kind of just his thing. He's not into relationships or commitment. He was just, you know what? And then David says, yeah, we can't focus on the past, okay? It took me a while to figure out who I was, that I am a single man. I'm always meant to be single. I'm not supposed to be into any sort of long-term relationship, and that's okay. I know who I am. I love who I am, and I've learned to accept myself. I heard you guys have a child. How old is your child, out of curiosity? Mary says, we have a son. However, we already know it's your son. David says, this is a nightmare. Do y'all know this couple's son by any chance? Like, I'm trying to zoom in the photo for y'all. Like, so Ryan is his father's name. And is that Zorro? Let me mind my business. After the whole thing with my wife's affair, I decided I wanted to forgive her and work on the relationship again. Mary says, well, I feel like that was under a false pretense, Zorro, and I want a separation. Like, how dare you cheat on me? Zorro says, you cheated first, and then on top of it, I raised our son, who's not even biologically mine, and I had to suck it up. I didn't want to stress you out during your pregnancy when you confessed everything, and then when you gave birth, and it was just so shocking. And his wife's like, I'm still so shocked, and I'm allowed to feel how I feel, Zorro. This is devastating. Everyone is listening to the crumble of this relationship. They had the perfect Saturday, like every Saturday in a long time. This is so sad. There was an awkward silence. It was almost like they were giving them a moment of silence for the relationship's downfall. Or something. It was just so quiet. Rosalie says, hi, Zorro. Can I please have your number? Zorro gives Rosalie his phone number, and they try to keep in contact, and Rosalie learns that she has an aunt that lives in San Myshuno. David asks, can you give me my son's number? Does he already know? Mary says, he knew. It was obvious. He looks just like you. Brittany says, we all have to travel back soon, but I would love if we can arrange something. David says, I wouldn't have come here had I not been ill. I need a donor. Mary says, well, I don't have the best news for you, David. Our son has met you already, and he has no desire of ever meeting you again. David asks, what on earth could I have possibly done to this child for him to have such strong negative opposing views on me? Did you guys say something to him? And they said, no. Let's go and have this flashback moment to get the full tea to understand why Zorro feels this way about his biological father, David. See, Zoro was very excited to meet his father. He impulsively went on a trip to Evergreen Harbor and took a bus from San Sequoia to Evergreen Harbor. He's calling Leonie right now because this is like a year after they graduated high school. So in my mind, they're like 18 years old. And, you know, he's saying, oh, I'm here. And, you know, I tracked my dad down. I know that he likes to party. He's always on these party Facebooks kind of thing. So finally, I get to meet him, you know. But oh my God, pollution here is nasty. Oh my God, I don't even know how my dad could live here. So he goes to the club, one that David frequents to. And it is going off. Like, there's a lot of Sims. People are just dancing. Zoro sits down at the bar. Hey, I'd like to have a cool drink. Whatever that is. The bartender was like, okay, sure, buddy. Here's a drink. Enjoy. Zoro spots David dancing on the dance floor. And, you know, he's like, that's a cool guy. He likes to have fun. He likes to dance. And we look really similar. Oh my God, I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait to say hi. But as Zoro tries to approach his father, he sees that he kisses this lady on the dance floor. Then he's out here holding another girl's hand. And then he goes and kisses this lady. And Zoro's here looking at his dad hugging this other random lady. And she's talking about, oh, I'm your favorite girl. And then these two girls are arguing about how they're his number one girls. And they just start fighting. And he's like in the background kissing another girl. This is a mess. This is not a good way to meet your father for the first time. He's asking this girl to woohoo him in the bathroom. And these two girls are fighting over him. Like, y'all are losing the plot, okay? What a mess. Like, look at Zoro, shook. Like, what on earth? Like, I heard the city's trashy low-key, but like, I did not know it could go down like this. And then my father's causing the mess. Like, why they promote him on Facebook? But like, then he, on top of it, look at him. The girl he goes to take home is another lady out of all of the girls. Like, what is going on? Like, he's so embarrassed. He's trying to hide his face. He's, look at him. He has a bottle in his hand. He drinks so much. Like, what? Why is he doing this? He's so confused. And this girl goes, I'm your number one, right? You're going to take me home. He's like, of course I am. He's like, now I can understand why this city's so dang toxic. I don't want to ever meet this man. I believe in one true love. The way he go about his life, David says, come on. I'm a cute single party guy. Above all things to get mad at me for the two things I'm good at, partying and women. Rosalie says, I love him and I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, it's true. We party together and he is who he is. Brittany says, they are very close. However, maybe your son may have a change of heart now that he has two sisters. Mary says, he does have kids too, and he's kind of going through a separation right now, and he has moved back home. It may not be the best time to break this news to him. Brittany says, do you guys have any other kids? Zorian says, no, we are blessed with our son and our grandchildren, and of course, Rosalie now. Rosalie says, so Cicely has some nieces and nephews? Brittany says, you do too. We're like a blended family. Mary says, we'll figure it all out, Rosalie, okay? David, I know you need a donor, but there's a chance you might have another few kids out there that you don't know of. David scoffs. Come on, I'm not that bad. Angela and Daniela are back home, and Angela's gonna go upstairs to change Milak and have her get ready to go to sleep. Look at Uni with her Winterfest outfit. Isn't she so cute? Daniela is entertaining her while Angela's upstairs. And there you go. Sweet dreams, Milak. If you don't know, Grandma Addison did her hair today. It was just so cute. Oh my god, I love it. And she's wearing a shirt from Charlie when she was a little infant. So cute. Since there was a lot of commotion, now that everybody went back to their hometowns, all the grandparents, cousins, aunties, the girls are get to have their own sleepover moment, and Daniela is actually traveling back home to San Myshuno tomorrow, and they got to show each other their Winterfest themed clothes. Oh, it just melts my heart seeing them two sisters together like this. Angela confessed the truth about how her and Duncan are fake dating. Angela says, I wasn't able to talk about it because I wanted to be there for Rosalie, but Lorelai knows Duncan from his past, and things were colliding. Daniela says, I'm so sorry you went through this. That Lorelai chick always comes around with the weirdest energy. Things are so confusing for Angela right now. She doesn't know what to think of anything. For the first time in a long time, Angela felt heard by her sister. Daniela has shown Angela how much she loves her, and since Angela, with her love language, it is acts of service and words of affirmation. Daniela has done an excellent job of presenting her love for Angela. Daniela's love language is quality time. She's a loner sim, and she does like to be alone, but with her loved ones too. And it may come off sometimes self-centered because of how much alone time she likes. Angela cried a lot, and she needed it. She needed a good cry. She needed to release her emotions about this. And thankfully, Daniela was there. She held on to her sister so tightly. There, my little sister. As long as I'm alive, I will always be there for you, Angela. Let's go to sleep. It's pretty late. It's the next morning. It's Sunday morning, and Daniela's flight is in a few hours. She has to catch this plane. The taxi is on its way for her. Melak is having oatmeal for breakfast, and yeah, so Daniela was craving a sweet and sour eggplant dish. I know it's morning, but she wants to eat that dish early in the day, and as she should, Angela joined her, and she was like, you know what, let's go ahead and order this. So yeah, the delivery person came by, she picked up the food, while Melak was getting ready to have her breakfast. Angela's like, oh god, my period. It's been more stressful because of all the stuff going on, and her sister's like, oh, I totally understand, don't worry about that, dear. And look at Melak just talking to her auntie. That she's a little babbler, so she got some things to say. Daniela is telling Melak a story about her city adventures. Melak has no idea what she's hearing, but she's thinking it's some amazing stuff for sure. Look at Angela struggling. She's like, oh my god, I need to start eating with chopsticks more often. What is wrong with me? I was an expert. Daniela's like, oh, they did not give us the best chopsticks with the delivery. And then Angela's like, okay, I'm gonna have to buy some for us. And Melak's like, what are they saying? I'm eavesdropping though. Oh no, it's time for her to leave. Goodbye, Daniela. Oh, she's like, I love you, Angela. Daniela's, I love their relationship. I love how it's going for them. And they're planning the trip for San Myshuno. Daniela said, you could stay with me, sis. I don't know you trying to sleep anywhere else. And Angela's like, as if I was gonna sleep anywhere else. Okay, I'm gonna be staying at your place. Your place is my place, sis. And she's like, okay, well, if anything happens, please talk to me. Don't hesitate. I will try to, not go to work and just try to come through here or anything, And then she's like, okay, cool. I don't know if you know. Oh, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, girl. Take care. So Melak's already tired. So, Angela's like, let me just go and give her a nap. She could sleep in my arms. It's just a peaceful, quiet Sunday. I love this. Just quiet. After all that ruckus, it's just her and her daughter again. Angela says, let me go ahead and FaceTime Melak's father because I'm sure he'd want to see her just so cute and asleep. Norman answers, hello? And she says, hey, this is your daughter. Don't you want to see her asleep? He's like, thank you so much for calling me. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. Oh, she's so cute. Angela says, I'm actually traveling to San Myshuno soon. Do you want to have like a weekend with Melak while I'm doing like this event? And he says, yeah, I would love that. Thank you so much for telling me and even considering me. Back to the mundane, back to the everyday life. Angela is writing an article for her work, like a little column, and she's an art critic. If she has to talk about art and stuff like that. And she does battle with that, critiquing art, because art is subjective. So she doesn't like to bash artists. She'll try to like say like, maybe it may not be her favorite art, but that she knows someone else would truly cherish it, and her work kind of is like, I'm not saying they're trying to get her to be sleazy, but like I feel like somewhat like some of her coworkers who kind of go a little sleazy get rewarded for being like that. And Angela doesn't want to compromise who she is just to be this quote unquote, critic. Angela is like, oh my god, I hope they're okay with this. She's doing some more research. She's just, trying to get in her bag. And since she's been working, at home the last like few days since the holidays and stuff, she is writing like about some art pieces, stuff that caught her attention. And I love that for her. So the paint blushers are meeting up together today, and of course they're just gonna do what they do, paint slash maybe flower arranging, trim the bonsai and stuff like that. So yeah, I love that for them. I just love that she has a place that she could go with like-minded Sims, and this San Myshuno event, she's gonna be around other like-minded Sims. There you could see Brendy in the background. I know she's looking forward to this trip. So they booked their flights, and it's actually gonna be in, I'd say like the end of this week. They're gonna go to San Myshuno, so it's almost around New Year's Eve, I believe. Angela's giving Malak a mashed peas for dinner. Isn't that the cutest? It's like, vroom, vroom. Let's see, does she like peas? Oh, I think she likes it. She is very happy with the bites. Oh yeah, she's curious though. I like that. Oh, she made a mess. Oh my god, she hiccuped after she ate. She's so cute. Okay, y'all, we need to go ahead and give Malak a shower because she needs to clean her face. Oh, and I have to change her hairstyle back. Ooh, we gotta get like how to do this hairstyle from grandma. I feel like Angela knows how to do it, but she did not get the tea. Like, she just does whatever, simple little bows and stuff like that. But her mama know how to style hair, right? So yeah. Aw, she's ready to go to sleep, y'all. Oh, she's a little anxious. Please soothe her. Oh, she is. Oh, I love that. Sweet dreams, Malak. Oh, she's so happy. Okay, she's not crying anymore. Oh, Angela. All right, girl. Yeah, you could go. The way she just sensed her daughter is going to sleep is kind of insane. But like, she is a mother. I wouldn't know. Y'all, let's go ahead and have a time jump. Okay, so it's nighttime. Angela's just working on painting, and she's feeling like kind of like this bossy type of energy vibe, and she's feeling empowered with herself. So she's gonna go ahead and paint this confident painting, and so far it's looking very high fashion. I'm like, okay, Angela, I did not know that, because you and me know that Angela loves her a little landscape art, and she loves looking at the outside because of her loves outdoor slash outdoorsy lifestyle. That's just like her forte. But what I'm noticing is because Angela works with the paint blushers as a club, and she is in the art critic career, this is helping her diversify some of her art. While landscape painting is her number one, painting other things is just as fun for her. She's gonna make some tea. She just got into the tea making skill, so y'all, it's a mod by the way, but yes, she is making fresh homemade tea right now. And here's the door. She recognizes that it is Duncan outside. Duncan apologizes to Angela about just the whole lie of fake dating and abruptly leaving. But Angela, the moment she hears that, she goes in for the kiss.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep.
Yes, the episode is over, y'all. Just like that. I know, but the next episode will be out in October. In October, we'll have 2 episodes, and November we'll have 2 episodes, and that's how the season will finish. So I hope y'all are enjoying the series, and it's still having you in the feels like episode 1. please share your thoughts below. I'd love if we could discuss your thoughts on this episode, because I just want to know what you're thinking. Like, oh my god, I'm very like nervous to see your thoughts. I don't know if I'm gonna have a premiere for this episode. It's still up in the air for me. I do want to upload it on Sunday, and I'm hoping you're watching this on a Sunday, but if it's a Monday, I apologize. Like, I really am working so hard to get this to be a Sunday release. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sasha, and I wish you a lovely, 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 lovely day. Take care.